My name is Ian Snowden. I work for the Information Archives. I'm an audio archivist with the BBC Northern Ireland. I take the old reel-to-reel quarter-inch tape programmes and transfer them onto CD. That's what I do at the minute. And then when we get hopefully big enough server space, I will transfer all those CDs onto the server. My father and sister are both totally blind as well. It's hereditary. It's congenital glaucoma, so it took over about 8 years of a gradual sort of decrease in sight. You wouldn't have noticed a difference between what sight you had from 1 month to the next. It was very, very gradual. I was young, so you weren't fully understanding the seriousness of it, if you like. And of course, I had to leave mainstream primary school. I went to Jordanstown School, which is a special school for blind and deaf. Learned Braille eventually, and just got on with it. It definitely made me more independent, because you can't sit back and just do nothing. You've got to get out there and contribute and feel part of the community and part of the population, you know. The careers officer at the college I went to said, "Look, what do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I'm interested in sound." And they just basically laughed. So that sort of spurred me on to actually, you know, get back at them and prove them wrong. I've always been interested in hi-fi and audio. My father, I came from my father. He used to build his own equipment, so it just rubbed off. Left college, came back here, do the usual thing that college leavers do. Applications to everywhere, banks, offices, everything. I got a job in an office for a Christian organisation. It was like an ACE scheme for a year. And while I was doing that, there was an advert in the paper for a BBC pilot for some disabled people. I think it was 10 disabled people to do a course at Rupert Stanley and then come and do work experience for the BBC. So I applied for that and got that. And then literally while I was here, and I got talking to personnel people, and one of them being for engineering, and just asked her, is there any possibility of doing any work with sound? And she went away and thought about it, and came back and asked other people, and I started as an audio assistant then. I was trained in Evesham for the BBC. Involved studio-based work, putting programmes together, editing, mixing sound, just basically making the programme. No, it's been fantastic. Because everything was being digitised, they brought in touchscreen technology for a lot of the basic controls for the mixing desk and the operation of the studio. So that was me basically out. I couldn't obviously use a touchscreen. Whereas beforehand it was all jack plugs and buttons and dedicated buttons and knobs and that. Sort of disappointed, but it is progress of sorts. It's a busy sort of social life, and 2 fishing clubs, sea angling, which I really enjoy. It's good crack. I ski at least once a year, and I'm also in a band, which keeps me very busy.